And I'm going to go ahead and say that we're live.
And 3, 2, 1, and we are live.
Okay. Welcome to Station42. I am your infamous host, Vader Malik, and today's show, I've got my co-host with me.
Woo! Raz Treon of Sugarland Bronies.
Yep, he is high on pixie dust again. Vader, will you take care of him? And I'm Godric, by the way.
Oh, God, I got to go and carry this guy out. Okay, today's show is brought to you in part by... Man, what the hell are they feeding you? Ben, you're too damn heavy.
Well, today's show is brought to you in part by ArcTech Pet VR Pod and Litter Box. Don't have time to walk that ship-broken pet rhino dog? Is your ship's interior just not good enough for your cat, and now it's demanding its own throne, scepter, and encouraging you to dip in slave trading to do all of its bidding? And even now it's contemplating the ruling of the known universe with claws of iron? Well, mask that doubt and byproduct with ArcTech Pet Pod. Keep them comfortable on the inside whilst your ship is exploding on the outside.
Pew,
Give
pew.
your pet its own universe to rule and let yourself continue ruling yours. Take the work out of feeding and cleaning up after a pet with the ArcTech Pet VR Pod and Litter Box. Now, $9.95, $99, $99.95 UEC.
Available at Cathcart. Additionally, our broadcast is supported in part by the StarCitizen Facebook community, affectionately known as Ready Player One. Just search for groups for the Star Citizen. We're the largest and the friendliest. Think thunderous space Twinkie with a passion for tennis.
With writing support by Mr. Irv Nation, may he always shoot first, along with graphical content by our skilled media ninja, Play a Cause.
Today, I'd like to introduce our special guest, Mr. Maximus Galatus, a fellow Star Citizen that's talking to us all the way from Africa. How's the ping down there, man?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure, man. Actually, the pleasure's
good
all
to
ours.
meet you again, Max.
All
So,
right.
what I want to know is, can we get some of those ArcTech Pet VR pods from, what is it? You go online, you go to what, catcart.com?
Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. Cat cart. All right. Well, I've always wanted to do this, so why not? Preparations A through G were a complete failure. Time for preparation H? Wrong. We're already on patch I, baby. We have seen some steady improvements in the patches for PT 2.0, and we're getting close to live launch, I would think. Have you got a chance to play anything in 2.0, Maximus?
Wait a second. So, is the current patch sponsored by Apple? Is it the...
It's the eye patch.
It's the eye patch, man. It's sponsored by pirates. You got to get it right.
Wait, it's the pirate patch. This patch is the pirate patch because it's the eye patch.
No, that would be the R patch.
What about the eye patch?
Well, I thought that would have been the C patch.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
All right, so we're all burning in pun hell. Ben would be proud. So moving on, right, as Vadron was asking, has anyone been playing 2.0, PTU, Maximus?
No, I haven't gotten the invitation yet.
Oh, well, what about videos?
Ouch.
Have you been keeping up with it? Is it
Yeah.
Is it
I'm jealous. I want to get into the game.
Oh man, I can't even begin. It's such an exciting time. It's very frustrating when you crash out all the time, but it is very satisfying to finally be able to walk around. So I think it's worth the wait because I don't know that the general community can would want to put up with the struggles of the crashing, but oh man, so soon.
Godric, quit typing.
We're experiencing technical typing.
He's actually shooting the bad
That's
guys.
the
people,
drawback
as we
of
speak.
having a mechanical keyboard.
Oh, it's a
Oh, yeah,
beautiful
the
keyboard,
clackety
actually.
clack.
Yeah, really. It's kind of. I wish I had
Sounds
one.
gorgeous.
So do you have
Certainly.
any favorite videos, Max?
No.
Like what are you
since
looking for the most? I mean, of all the things that you've seen so far, like what are you most excited about when PTU goes live?
not flying to the borders the whole time, able to fly around free space. That's all I'm waiting for.
That is
Nice.
something I've been looking forward to that myself.
There was a video on Reddit of a guy who he was playing in the single player version because you can hacksaw the file so that you can play the PTU single player, and they were doing he did a 19-hour straight flight in Super Cruise from Port Olisar out to the closest comlink.
Wow.
Yeah. Apparently there was a few video issues and some struggles, but the bottom line is he actually came out at like the whole thing worked.
All right.
So what about the freelancer? I hear it's going to be flight ready in 2.0. That's kind of current and new. Oops.
Oh, you're fine.
And then we got the Starfarer apparently going into hangar as well with 2.0. I gotta admit, the Starfarer is a big ass ship, and the interior, I think it's going to be our first ship that we feel like it's like almost like a Serenity class, you know,
I was
getting to walk
wondering
around multiple rooms and everything else.
how in the world are they going to fit a Starfarer? Never mind. I'm not going to ask. Yeah.
Well, you know, that brings up the question, like, what about Port Olisar? Obviously, we can see it in the pictures that it has the Idris. Do we think that they're gonna? I mean, I guess it's a little bit of theory craft, but I mean, do we think that we're gonna see these ships in hangar? Do you think we're gonna see them only by pulling them up in Port Olisar and walking around from them there?
I was under the impression that we'd have a separate instance, like a little side step that would take us to a larger hangar area. So the default hangar that we have right now is going to be something that's just going to be, it'll eventually be antiquated and it'll be used for smaller ships, whereas the giant behemoth ships will actually have a separate catwalk hangar that goes out to
Right.
a massive
That
asteroid
makes sense.
Yeah. Long term, sure. What about Maximus? Do you have any big ships, or are you a single seat fighter kind of guy?
No,
Are
I
you
have
excited about the? Say again.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, the biggest ship I have currently is the Constellation Andromeda, and I can't wait to to fly that in the 2.0.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
I've been-
cons are pretty nice. I think once they get like right now, technically you can group up in the game, but it's a little challenging to get your friends logged into the same instance. And I think once that gets hammered out a bit more, and we start seeing a larger number of players being able to get into the instance, Connies and Retaliators will get a little more love, because right now they're a little weak, and CIG knows it, and they're talking about buffing them a bit. And you know, and again, once the other ship systems come online beyond just turrets and piloting, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now we are very, very close to 100 mil. I want to say it's 99, 900 and what is it, 99,700,000 something or other. Like basically,
767,000.
yeah, that's getting close. Rumor, speculation,
close.
one. The rumor mill is running wild, and people are hoping that something special will happen. I know exactly what I want for 100 mil. I want live to the server 2.0. That would be the best gift ever. I'm going to go ahead and pass out a little piece of information. I've watched many videos online of professional YouTubers that seemingly do not know how to get out of the ship from their seats. So for anybody that needs to know, I want to say, I'm calling off of memory here, this is Control F. So basically you put in a modifier key and then you can actually exit the ship. I've watched about 3 or 4 of these videos, and everybody keeps on tours of the Vanguard, but then they can't get out of the computer console or they can't get out of the seat. And I'm just like, really?
I'm going to try not to laugh in their direction, but
Yeah.
no, I mean, no. And the thing is though that wasn't an announced change, or at least I didn't see it. So the first time that they made the change, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, why the hell can't I get out? But luckily, people are nice and they like, oh yeah, just Control F. So I found that in the PTU, if you ask in chat because you're new or you haven't, people are pretty friendly about helping you out with some of the newer shortcuts, like finding out your navigation for quantum or super cruise or precisions SCM and right, yeah.
And for all those tally pilots out there, to launch the missiles, to launch the torpedoes at the capital ship, you press Alt F4. Moving on.
Uh-huh. Oldest dirty gamer trick in the book. Yeah, so yeah, some of the other keybinds I think are really important are the quantum menu, quantum travel, but really just make sure when you first get in, go through your flight movement keys, and that's where you're going to find the majority of the changes. The keyboard changes for quantum travel are B to bring up the menu, and and click on your mouse wheel or your third mouse button, and that'll launch you towards whatever target you selected. If you're flying a HOTAS, make sure you go in and set those keybinds where you need them. V is also important because when you're taking off, you start off in precision mode, which means at first your speed is capped at 50. So in order to be able to fly in full combat speed, you have to hit V or also have bound that to another one of your flight stick, your HOTAS buttons. And then that'll kick you up into SCM. That same button actually toggles between SCM and Super Cruise as well. And I think it kind of depends on whether you're accelerating or decelerating when you toggle that button. So be careful when you're near big structures, because otherwise you will face wreck your face right into the side of a space station. Done it a couple of times myself, and I'm a pretty good pilot.
Okay, just want to throw a little lore piece out there at you guys. The Oya system is the most current and recent piece of lore thrown out there. The pirates didn't see it coming. It actually involves the history of how the system was made, how the system was discovered, excuse me, and it has to do with the messers and their typical dirty tactics. Maximus, do you like to look at some of the lore pieces? Do you have any favorites? Just
Only
just any kind of.
No. I'm not
Okay.
in the history line of the storyline of the whole Star Citizen
Okay. Well,
history.
we've encountered those people before. Nothing wrong with that. People who are more focused on the game and not really into the history. I can understand that. I like to, me myself, I get into the stories and I actually want to know more about the environment and how things came to be as they are in the game. It's a really fun little read if you want to take a look at it sometime. Basically, the title Discovery Oya.
Ooh.
All right. You want to do the hard question, Traz?
Yeah, sure. So I actually wrote this question because or this topic just because I happen to know that Maximus is something of a paladin. So
Poor guy.
so I figured he would appreciate the tougher topic. So in game, drugs are going to be a thing, right? There's going to both be legal drugs like medical serums and stim packs and things like that we'll be able to manufacture on the Endeavor and so on. But there's also going to be illicit
sand, baby,
drugs.
sand.
Right. There's going to be in-game actually illicit drugs. Now, what do you guys think how that might work? I mean, do we think it's just going to be static items that are just made for transport and NPCs buy them and there's NPC missions to catch people that smuggle them and it's just a commodity that is tagged as illegal, therefore it's smuggleable? Or do you guys think we'll see drugs given game mechanics, like where a player might use one because it lets them withstand G-forces more, but then after like 30 minutes they start having a crash and there's an addictive aspect to it? Maybe it shortens your lifespan and so on and so forth. Like, what do you guys think?
I don't know. It sounds like could be a really interesting mechanic. For my gut feeling, because obviously it's just theory crafting, but my gut feeling is to say no, we're not going to see anything like that. So I'm kind of leaning towards it's just going to be static items, but it would
Yeah.
definitely make for some interesting gameplay.
I myself, I'm looking at it from the mentality of I would gladly take a 15 to 20% increase to chance to bleed for like a slowing effect or maybe a heightened vision effect because drugs are known to give the users seemingly superpowers. So it would make sense that naturally I would want to use that as an item to my advantage only when I absolutely need it.
What about you, Max?
I hope it's not static. The more immersive the game can be, I mean, in today's time, drugs are very big thing. I think it's. I hope it's not static. I hope it's a real thing to trade in game, so that
Right.
I can hunt every single guy down who does it illegally and
Right.
against
Well, yeah, and you know that's the
food
thing
on
too
my
is
plate.
I kind of fall on both fences. I think Godric's right. It's probably going to be more static early on, but I definitely hope that long term they add game mechanics to it. Because if they don't, I mean, you want players to immerse themselves in it in more than just the World of Warcraft style. Pick up the mission, do the mission, collect this, turn in that, or whatever. Um, yeah, so
Oh man.
I hope so too. So
Well, I mean, if it's
yeah,
the case, then if they do that, there has to be like some kind of negative long-term effect too. Though, if it's really
Oh
going to
yeah.
mirror,
Yeah.
real life, there
Reputation hit.
um, needs to be a flip side, if you will.
Yeah. I was just thinking you can definitely see the real life effects of some of the drugs that people use. So clearly there could be a reputation hit.
oh yeah. So there's a December live stream coming up on the 16th, and there are rumors galore about what's in the pipe for us. You guys have any thoughts?
Free ships. Hope it's free ships.
Nice.
I'm just hoping that I get a free remote control dragonfly or something that I can fly around in my hangar and like bash people in the head as they walk in. Yeah.
Man, I haven't heard the Dragonfly talked about in a while. That would be
That's
a pretty exciting ship.
Well, I mean,
that's my
what could it
thing.
be? I mean, all it really, it would have to be Star Marine or some iteration thereof.
That would be nice, but I don't know that that's going to be the case.
Well, I mean, Ben was back to the talking about the rumors, man. Ben was saying that he was flabbergasted, like absolutely blown away when he saw what was in store for the 16th. And like he usually doesn't use, you know,
Hmm.
I guess
Adjectives.
yes, adjectives like that. I mean, he'll like, oh, you're gonna be happy, but if this floored him, I can't even begin to think. I mean, I've
Interesting.
been following the Reddit discussions on it, and some people have suggested that maybe it might be new planetary shaders technology. It might be voxel mining tech. Some people said maybe the character creators. I mean, all of those are pretty damn sexy. Personally, my first go-to was I was hoping that maybe we would see the Idris in hangar or docked on Port Olisar that we could all like, even if we couldn't fly it, we could walk
Just
around
gaze
it,
at it.
I'm
just
thinking that
gaze longingly.
we
EVA.
all know what we really want. We want to have Epion the Gundam, in our hangar right now, ready for combat. That's what we want.
You broke up a little bit. Say that again.
Epion, you want the Gundam.
Oh, who
That's what
doesn't?
you want in your hangar.
Yep.
There you go. The hell with the mech suit. Well, Freelancer is going live in 2.0. I wonder if we'll see some cargo gameplay added soon. I want to be able to move some boxes around, throw some boxes at people mainly. Hey, so you want that cargo? Catch. Seriously, that'd be kind of fun, playing tag with a cargo box out in outer space, taking 2 Idrises, see how far you can bat it. There you go.
Well,
Testing.
what you
Still
want to do
testing.
with that is the ship with the fastest turn speed is the Cutlass while boosting, and so that would make a good like spinning bat.
Well, there you go. See how far you can bat the Aurora. like
You,
Aurora Toss or something.
Or Aurora.
so Max,
Yeah.
are you do you do any cargo hauling stuff? Or are you purely a security specialist?
I don't know. I have an Hull B, but
Okay, nice.
I just bought it because it was a sale plus it was LTI, so I thought
Right.
get it. But my main focus is gonna be on my organization security group. Just
Yeah,
trying to
that's right. You're
protect
you're
them
head of you're head of security
while they
for
are doing the trading. Yeah, for Celestial Seekers. I'm
right.
my division is the Paladin division.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's another thing too. Is security? I think is going to be pretty important. I know they've talked about like the Starfarer going in game, and that's one of my one of the ships that when they gave it a military version, I don't actually know how I feel about that because I feel like you don't want to drop its primary function even to give it a little more. I would rather put that extra money instead of into upgrading into a Gemini into having another ship or another escort pilot. So I imagine you'll have you'll have your job cut out for you, defending your organization's haulers and refuelers and miners and things like that. But
I mean, yeah, I love my work as a security officer. I like being the good guy. There are a lot
yeah,
of posts, I'm gonna be a pirate. I'm gonna be a pirate. I mean, I don't like it. I can't wait to get them in the game.
no other characters. I mean, you wouldn't even play a pirate with an alternate character. Seems like it might have some fun gameplay.
No, I think I'll buy, guns from redacted encaptions, and yeah, that's the farthest I'll go. I don't think I'll be able to play a bad guy. I think I'll suck at it. Like, give me your money, please.
Yeah. Well, I will say this: in the PTU right now, there's no ability to lock your ship up. So being playing a security expert is actually kind of fun. I I did a little bit of that. Like I'll pop into the PTU and I'll ask what's going on, and I'll see if there's any hot spots for anybody who's like having a bad day due to pirate douchey activity, and I'll try to jump out and run escort.
Yeah.
So in game alignment, are you guys expecting to play from one side of the fence, or will you have characters that have played as a specific? You said that you don't think you're gonna be good at bad guy, but are you gonna try to give it a shot? I mean, you're gonna get 2 or 3 characters together and say, this right here is my pirate, and I'm not gonna have anything else to do with him because he's my good guys over here. I can't. Just
Um, I
wondering.
ha I have received a lot of uh, invitations from organizations that are not on the good side, and for some reason, I don't know if it's subconscious or something, but I didn't decline either. So I don't know if my head is gonna play with me, and I'm just gonna set one of them and play as one of those characters. We'll still have to see when the game comes out.
Yeah. So what what's it like playing from South Africa? Yeah, you're an avid PC gamer. What's your experience as a gamer like there?
In South Africa.
Yeah.
Um, well, the only problem is the internet, the ping. We're a little far away from you guys, from you and yeah, Europe-based servers.
Right.
But other than that, when playing Star Citizen, I saw that it's not actually a big problem. But when it comes to FPS games, uh, as we're going to have that in game as well, I'm just gonna have to play a medic or support from behind. I
Right.
don't think I'll be able to get in the front line. And the big problem is I am the head of the Paladin division. That's gonna be a little problem. But I did uh, order uh, 10 megabit uncapped line from my provider, so hopefully I'll be able to play it. Then the ping is going to come down dramatically, so hopefully I'll be able to play the FPS as well. But overall, gaming experience in South Africa, it's actually not bad. We have a big community in South Africa for, you know, guys sitting in front of their computers in dark rooms. Um, yeah, so yeah.
So PC game pretty popular there.
uh, Popular, yeah, in our big dark rooms, yeah.
Right.
Nice. Do you have a lot of friends that you play like you've brought into Star Citizen or that are into that, or is do you feel the same pains that we all do trying to introduce our friends to the game?
I did get manage one guy. It's one of my friends in my town. He's a Battlefield well uh, fan, and I got him to get into the game when I told him, you know, there's going to be an FPS module. And when he heard, okay, 2.0 is coming out, but I don't know about the FPS, he said, no, I need the FPS. I'll Battlefield and just play that game if it's gonna come out. But all the other people that I spoke to about Star Citizen, yeah, their jaws just dropped. Uh, I don't know if they're going to join the whole community of Star Citizen, but hopefully they will.
Nice. What's now like what are prices like for hardware and digital purchases down there? I know like in Europe they have to deal with, the VAT, the VAT, and then we've got some friends down in like South America and they struggle with really big inflation and import taxes and things like that, whether they're ordering
Yeah.
hardware online and having it shipped in or if they're even buying digitally. What's it like in down there?
Uh, it's not actually a difficult. The only place I know that is very good is a place in central South Africa called Eve Tech Online. Sorry,
Wow.
just
Eve, huh?
just Eve Tech.
Wow.
EveTech.co.za. I'll wash my mouth with soap later.
Oh boy.
EveTech.co.za. It is a very popular place to get your computer hardware. I got my whole computer without the case, computer parts there for not that much. When I give the prices over to, you know, my friends in America, they say, well, it's a very good price for those type of parts. That isn't actually a big problem. That is, it's a few percent extra. It's not, you know, eye hurting. It's just it's a few bucks with the price, but it's not a big problem. So yeah, it's pretty manageable. Getting the and everything is you order stuff and the next within 2 days. My experience. Your parts be your parts will be at your house and you'll be able to play.
It's cool that we're talking to a guy from Africa who's still a gamer. It's like never. I'm kind of the stupid American here. It never dawns on me about that there are gamers in Africa. You're a digital media artist. Star Citizen given you a lot of material to work with? How was it having your art featured in the Star Citizen sale?
Uh, oh, I felt honored, but I I didn't have the cash to buy something in the anniversary say. I just saw through the packages because my one friend asked me, okay, what type of ships are they? And I went through the packages and I saw the alien package. I think
Yep.
there was a picture very familiar, and I opened it and I saw the Banu. I went into the Banu sale, and I saw my wallpaper I made for one of the spotlights, and I
Well,
thought, wow, I was very ecstatic for about that. Um, the media Star Citizen gives, I don't actually talk a lot to with CIG giving me material, or I just use the material they gave me for when you go into the website. Go to let's say the 325A. all those pictures they have of the ship, I'll just use them if they are on the right angle, compared to the wallpaper I want to use or the background I want to use with the ship.
Right.
That's the only media I need. If it's the right angle, the right lighting, yeah, then I'll use it.
So
All right.
we're getting low on time, and I know Vadron's about to hit you with some of our 10 for the player, but I have so I'm going down to Austin on Wednesday to visit with CIG Austin there. Now I make no promises because I'm not friends like that with
Nice.
any of the team, but if you had to pick a favorite ship that you would have gotten from the Alien Pack for having had your art featured, like which of the alien ships are you in love with the most?
I think the Banu. My one friend in
Good.
the organization actually loves the Banu, and I started to like it as well.
All right, Vadron, kill
Yeah.
it.
I'm just checking. All right.
Oh damn.
All right. Here's your 10 rapid fires. You ready?
Yeah.
Keyboard and mouse or HOTAS?
Keyboard and mouse.
What current ship do you enjoy flying the most?
My 325A.
What future ship are you looking forward to fly?
My constellation.
What is your favorite human brand of ship?
Origin.
Ballistics, energy, or something else?
I think I'll go with energy weapons.
What is the craziest thing you want to do at launch?
That is actually very interesting. When game goes live, I would like to climb to my 325A, tell Thermal, that's actually my voice attack AI program, in the game, tell it to hit the beat, and while she starts up my engines, she'll start to play Dean Martin's Ain't That a Kick in the Head. While that jazz starts
Nice.
ringing, I'll just, look into the stars and just fly away majestically.
What would you want to see for the community in the future?
A fully immersive space sim. Yeah,
What change to the game have you enjoyed the most so
that's
far?
that's all I want for the community. Very, very. Playing an arena commander. Waiting for FPS.
What would you like to ask the next player guest we have on?
If he, okay, if he or she has one thing they would want to change in the whole game, what would it be?
Fun one. Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah. How much did Traz weigh?
Way too much.
Nice.
Well, post-military service, I'm carrying a few extra pounds, so we'll go with about 216 to 219.
He's got the official rucksack now.
Oh.
Front loaded.
Oh,
Yep.
congrats.
And
Watch your
made
knees.
with Boston cream filling.
Dear Lord. And there's a big old shout out to our wonderful bacon. We need to have that bacon commercial on spot. Want to cue that outro music now, Godric?
I'm sorry, what was that? I missed that.
Music, white boy.
You can't hear me for the music, right?
I thought when we did the outro, I was just gonna start singing ad hoc.
That
right?
that works. I mean, oh, you must have been a beautiful
Buffalo
baby.
soldier. Dreadlock spaceman.
No. Keep spinning all my life, living in a pirate's paradise.
All right, finally got the music playing.
Yay! We have music.
It's really black in space. Black, number one.
Called the Black. Oh wait, sorry, wrong thing.
I want to dye my spaceship black, number one.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Never mind.
Oh my god, we need bad lyrics with StarCitizen in mind.
I could do it. Don't do it.
Did you guys see that Ariel Little Mermaid sing with the StarCitizen song? Oh, it was
Yeah.
absolutely
No.
amazing.